Most people think mental strength means never feeling fear, sadness, or anxiety. That's wrong. The strongest people I know feel all of those things. The difference is that they don't let those emotions make their decisions. They've learned a different operating system for the mind, one that keeps them calm when others panic, focused when others overreact, and moving forward when life falls apart. Today, I want to share 10 mindsets that can completely change the way you deal with life. Mindset 1. The observer's perspective. The first mindset is the ability to step outside yourself and watch. Not disengage, just observe. When something painful happens, instead of asking, why me? Ask, what is this showing me? This is what Stoics called the inner citadel, a place inside you that no external event can breach. From that vantage point, you stop being a victim of your emotions and become a student of them. You see the anger, the fear, the disappointment, but you are not consumed by them. That distance is power and is trainable. Mindset 2. Allowing everything to happen. The second mindset sounds passive, but is actually radical. Allow. Allow people to misunderstand you. Allow things to fall apart. Allow yourself to fail. Not because you want these things, but because resisting them drains more energy than the things themselves. The concept of effortless action isn't about doing nothing. It's about not fighting what you cannot change. When you stop wrestling with reality, you free your both hands to actually shape what you can. That's not surrender. That's strategic allocation of energy. Mindset 3. The discipline of not explaining. When you are accused, misunderstood, or misrepresented, your instinct screams, defend yourself. But the strongest people pause. They know that not every accusation deserves a response. Not every misunderstanding needs to be corrected. Why? Because explaining yourself to people who are determined to misunderstand you is a waste of breath. And even with well-meaning people, over-explaining dilutes your authority. Say it once, clearly, then stop. Let your silence do the work that words cannot. Mindset 4. Seeing solitude as a resource. The fourth mindset is a shift in how you see loneliness. Most people flee from solitude because it makes them feel their own emptiness. But the strong ones don't feel the space. They inhabit it. They use solitude to hear their own voice without the static of other people's opinions. Psychologist Winnicott called this capacity to be alone as a sign of emotional maturity. When you can be alone without being lonely, you stop needing others to validate your existence. And that independence makes you untouchable. Mindset 5. Using fear as fuel. The fifth mindset reframes fear entirely. Most people treat fear as a stop sign, a signal to retreat. But the strongest people treat fear as a compass. Not, I'm scared, so I shouldn't do this, but I'm scared, so this probably matters. Fear and excitement are physiologically identical. Racing heart, shallow breath, adrenaline. The only difference is the story you tell yourself. When you reinterpret fear as readiness, you stop waiting for courage to arrive. You realize courage is just fear that's been renamed. And you start moving while your knees are still shaking. Mindset 6. Accepting that you will disappoint others. The sixth mindset is the hardest for good people. But please accept that it is really okay to disappoint someone. You cannot be everything to everyone. Trying to be is not generosity, it's self-erasure. The strong ones decide who they are willing to disappoint, and they make peace with that list. They know that a life without disappointed people is a life that was never truly yours. So they disappoint early, disappoint clearly, and disappoint without apology. Because apologizing for being yourself is the only real betrayal. Mindset 7. Not rushing to conclusions. The seventh mindset is the patience of uncertainty. When something bad happens, the mind rushes to conclude, this is a disaster. This means I'm a failure. This will never get better. But the strong ones hold their conclusions loosely. They know that most things are not what they appear to be at first. They let the story unfold before you name it. This is what the poet Rilke meant when he wrote, "Leave the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer." Mindset 8. Not responding to all noise. The eighth mindset is selective deafness. Not all feedback is useful. Not all criticism is constructive. Not all opinions deserve your attention. The strong ones have a filter and they use it ruthlessly. They ask, does this person have a right to speak into my life? Do they know what I am actually trying to build? Do they carry the context? If the answer is no, they let the words pass through them like water through a sieve. This is attention hygiene. Don't distract yourself from some random noises. Mindset 9. The courage to leave. Not every door is meant to be held open. Not every relationship is meant to be repaired. Not every version of yourself is meant to be saved. The strongest people know when to stop investing in something that has stopped growing. They don't call it quitting, they call it redirecting. And they do it without guilt, because they know that staying in the wrong room is self-abandonment. So they leave and they don't look back long enough to be tempted. Mindset 10. Peace with endings. Everything ends. Most people fight this. They cling, they bargain, they try to resurrect what's already gone. But the strong ones make peace with the closing of doors. They understand that endings are completions. They thank it for what it gave them, and they let it go without dragging it behind them. Because carrying what's finished prevents you from touching what's coming. And what's coming is always worth arriving at. Alright, which of these 10 mindsets hit you hardest? Or which one have you already started practicing without even realizing it? Thanks for watching this video. I'm Yu. Follow me for more to level up your mind.